In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made a forge and why I made one out of a forge. Alright, so let me explain. I got this smelter and it doubles as a forge. So this way it's a smelter and it conveniently has this lay down as a forge. However, it lacks on something. And that is that when I want to take pieces like this and run them through, I can't. So I need to be able to have something that has a hole in the bottom where it can expand through. However, I don't want to put a hole in this because it's still a smelter. So my plan is I'm going to take and I'm going to use the hardware from this and I'm going to build a cheap little box that I can take and I can seal up as much as I want on the front and back, but I can run the material through it and that way I can do longer items, maybe even get swords one day, but we'll see. All right, let's get to it. I did forget to mention that these are fire bricks that I got from my local fleet farm. They're not terribly cheap, but not terribly expensive either. Alright, so I got all my pieces stacked the way I want. I got the start ready, which I'm going to have to take this back apart. But what I'm going to put in between it is this stuff right here. I think that should work out nicely. So I'll put it in between each layer, stack this all up, and then I'll have to leave it here as I work on making the frame around it so that way it stays good and tight. I think I'm also going to put some on the outside too, so that way it just fills in the gap and makes sure they sit really tight. So yeah. Just think of it as frosting. Don't think of it as frosting. Now my goal, before this starts drying up, is to get the side ones in and at least get them tacked on. Something I forgot to do, and it's a little too late now, is I was going to angle these, so that way I could angle the other ones. So I'm going to have a little bit of improvising I'm going to have to do. I'm sure with enough angle grinding I'll make it look good. So what I just said there is not going to happen. This is going to end up drying because I didn't have the pieces or the tools ready in order to correct my mistake. They just kind of compiled. So at this point I'm going to stop and I'm going to take and wait until I got the right tools so I can take and I can cut these corners off, get them to fit in there. It'll probably be ugly, but it's supposed to work. I do got to get a couple more fire bricks because I want to be able to take and shut off the top here and slide one from the side if I want. Junk, recycle. That's kind of crooked. Might have to dial this thing in somehow. Oh, that's weird. The blade wandered. We could probably leave this out. Yeah. Oh. Bzz, 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 bzz. There's my explanation for you, Scott. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I haven't used these in years, so what is there to lose? For the win, I need another hole. Hit record. That's usually it. All right, so now the plan is, after I let this cool down, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put some more of this furnace cement around these joints to seal it up. And then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna clean this up, and then I'll give her some paint. Oh yeah, still need a spot to hold bricks up here. I just wanna be able to hold a brick like up here, so that way if I'm working on smaller stuff down here, it'll get hotter. And then I can slide some up to the front too if I need to. Slide it sideways, close it off in multiple different ways. All right, good thing I'm using this up. The outside dried on me. Here's a clump, let's not use the clumps. This is not spreading as smoothly as I was hoping. Sometimes you just know what you gots to do. Well, I didn't want to make this look globby, but here we are. It'll work for me. Now we gotta let it dry. Something I'm gonna do while I'm here, since this is drying up on me, is I'm gonna put some down in these corners. I feel like that'll just help. So essentially I'm going to take and I'm going to make it where I can put a top brick in the front right here, the bottom will be loose, and on the back two will slide in, so that way I can close the whole thing off, with the exception of a little gap. Alright, so we got some good old stove paint. Let's put lipstick on a pig. Yes, I'm not even going to bother with the wire wheel. It's not going to look good for long anyways. Just makes me feel better for now. Alright guys, so let's talk about how it turned out and things I would like to improve. Overall, I liked it. I really put it through its paces. I heated up a lot of different metals, and I really ran this thing non-stop for continuously a long amount of time, bending a lot of stuff. You have no idea. Now, did it get hot enough? Absolutely. This firework fell in it, and as you can see, it actually melted it. I didn't think that was gonna happen at all. Something I would like to improve on it is I would like a couple handles on here, but I'm gonna probably do that after the fact. The other thing is one of the bricks in the back did break, but it's still functional, and I've seen other people that are forging stuff where they have broken bricks on the front and back too, so that's probably something that's normal, just from bumping it and hitting stuff on it. Anyways, until next time, keep grading.